Hello, friends. You've made it to the second video now, so I'm assuming you finished your do now. So let's go ahead and jump into what I'm looking for the direct instruction. So, using the graphic organizer, you need to identify at least 4 of your core values and goals that are important to you. These should reflect like why you want to work on them and why you want to follow through this goal. The reason we do this is because I can't tell you what's important and why it's important to you. You need to like name what you care about, like what you want to change or do or move forward with, and then you need to name the reason why it's important to you, and then have like a value word you can sit in the back of your mind and remind you like this is what I want. Okay, so if you have a hard time with like finding a value word, there is a link right here, which I'm going to click on. And this is just a value word list that gives you a lot of different words that you can choose from. Okay, I actually found it a little bit easier to start with a value word and then grow from there, like what I wanted to shape. So like what stuck out to me. And so what stuck out to me is concentration. Okay, so let's go back to the module. And here is where you're going to type yours, but I'm going to click on my example. Okay, so core value goal. So the word that I chose was concentration. That's something actually that I still have a hard time with. So I want to be more focused and better at completing work on time. I mean, it's like a very general goal, but our next step after this is going to be taking that goal and then narrowing it down to like how we're going to do that. So it's okay if it's vague at this point. So why is this so important to me? I am bad at procrastinating, and I end up paying for it later by having to rush through things, and it just stresses me out. I don't have time for my friends and my family. Like, that's why. My value word is concentration. That is the thing that I value in other people, and it's something I want to value in myself. Another goal that you could possibly do is like just another word that stuck out to me was bravery. So I maybe want to try out for a different sport because lots of my friends play sports. I want to be more social and active next year because it doesn't really come natural to me. And that, it's going to take bravery to do that. I especially I played softball in high school. But when I started, I did not play softball and I was terrible at it. And it took a lot of guts to like get up there and be bad at it at first. But it paid off because I made really good friends during that time, and it ended up being a really good experience. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. They can be focused on things you want, like extracurricular activities, but you need one that's at least academic. Okay. Let's go back to our module. So here's where you're going to type yours. You're going to type your goal. It's okay if it's general at this time. It doesn't have to be specific. We're going to go specific later. Why it's important to you and the value word. So again, like I can't tell you why things are important to you, but I can tell you, especially when it comes to things like school, which can be monotonous and long, and after a while you just don't want to do anything. And so keeping up that motivation is so hard. Everyone deals with it. Teachers deal with it. Students deal with it. College students deal with it. So if you can really name why you should care, especially if you can connect why you should care to a longer goal, you're going to do a lot better like following through with it. Especially if you're in one of those moments where you're like, I don't want to do anything. You're like, but it's important to me because, I pay for it later when I just sit on my phone on Facebook and I have to rush through things. Okay, so good luck with that. Drop me a chat if you have a question.